What is up, everyone? How are you all doing? This is another Jay the One-Eyed Gamer, and we're still doing Fire Emblem Warriors gameplay. This time, we're taking a look at the very first Fire Emblem Lord ever, and that is, of course, the legendary Hero King himself, Marth. And I don't know. He's definitely not one of my favorites. I remember playing his game Shadow Dragon, which is the remake of the very first game, and that came over to the States. I didn't own it myself. My one best friend had it for his DS, and I skipped the DS craze. I was a PSP guy. I think I might have picked the wrong console, but you know, it is what it is. But he brought this over and he started playing it, and I was like, oh, what is that, the next Fire Emblem? And this is before I think like I got like super hardcore back into Fire Emblem, but he showed me the game and I was like, I wasn't super impressed with the sprites they used. I thought at that point I was missing the, you know, the classic GBA era sprites that, you know, most of us probably grew up playing. And I just remember asking him if I could borrow the game and maybe his 3DS, and he was like, yeah. So I played it, and I was like, okay, you know, so this is the very first Fire Emblem game. This is what started it. This is what started everything. And I was just like, alright, let's see what this is about. Let's see what this Marth guy's all about. Because obviously, you know, we didn't know what the very first Fire Emblem game was, and we didn't know what Fire Emblem was until Melee showed up, where we got, you know, Marth and Golden Boy Roy. And Marth is the very first Fire Emblem, like, main character. There we go. He also shares a moveset with Celica. There we go. But I got it, and my friend let me borrow it, and I was like, okay, this isn't bad. But then you realized that they followed the remake to the T of what the first game was. And the first game was nothing but, I think, Siege, which is quite literally get to this point and have Marth stand on it, and you win. And that was literally the entirety of the map. Like, those were every board. The only ones that changed, I think, was the final board where you had to fight, what's his name, his big bad guy, which is a dragon. I forget his name because I wasn't really that invested in Marth's game. That and Marth, he literally had the second worst stat growth I'd ever seen of any Lord I ever played. Like, I think he outbeat Ellawood, because at least Ellawood got some strength growth. It was rare for him to get strength growth, but he got it. Marth, by the end of the game, because I did make it all the way to the end, by the end of the game, my Marth was pretty pathetic stat-wise. Like, his strength was, it wasn't Hector level strength, but it wasn't even like Ellawood levels of strength, you know? He had decent skill, which meant he was going to hit a lot. He had decent speed, which meant he could double hit most characters. But he had ridiculous luck growth. Like, out of all the lords I've ever played, he was the only one that got, like, insane luck growth. Which you think would be cool, because, you know, that increases your chance to avoid crits and also crit, but like, when that's your main stat that's maxed out and ridiculous, and every other stat is kind of bleh, I was just like, I don't see why people like him so much. And to this day, I'm still dead honest. I consider him, like, worse than Ellawood, because like I said, at least with Ellawood, I got some strength growth, and his strength wasn't that bad. So that was my first foray into Marth. And then, of course, playing Melee, I wasn't a Marth character. I can't play as Marth in Smash either. I find his movesets too rapier-ish or saber-ish. You know, like, it's, I mean, his weapon could technically fall under the mantle of a saber or a rapier, but I never really enjoyed playing Marth in Smash Brothers. Roy was okay. Ike is my best. Ike is my favorite Fire Emblem character to play in Smash. And he's probably like my second favorite lord next to Hector, obviously. Honestly, that would be kind of an interesting video to make. Maybe like my top 10 lords of all Fire Emblem. I don't know. Thoughts for the future, you know? Because I definitely want to make more videos besides just gameplay videos and other stuff. I mean, would you guys be interested in something like that? Please, you know, leave me down in the comment or leave a thumbs up if you would like to see something like that. But yeah, that was my experience with Marth, and again, hasn't changed. I like him in this game because his moveset, but I wouldn't want to play Shadow Dragon again. Like, it wasn't that fun to me. I honestly felt very bored at most of the maps, and I like just being able to run up and pretty much defeat everyone on the map to get XP, but I just wasn't feeling it. Plus, you got a lot. I mean, you got a ridiculous amount of characters in Marth's game. Like, even more than Hector and Elwood's story. Like, I forget how many characters you get with Marth, but you get Ogma, you get 2 axe wielders, you get Navarre, you get Minerva, you get her sister, you get Sita, Tiki, Tiki's protector. Who else do you get? Cain and Abel, Jigen. You get the Pegasus sisters. Like, you got a lot of characters in that game to choose from, and after a while, like, you had a lot of extras. Like, you didn't have to worry about, you know, Cavaliers, because you got enough Cavaliers. You didn't have to worry about a lot of, you know, heroes and Myrmidons, because you got a lot of those too. Like, you just had a access of characters within Marth's story. And you could honestly tell who the best choices were for each scenario, because Navarre was literally going to be your best swords master, and Ogma was going to be your best hero. And I'm kind of actually upset that Ogma's not in this game too. I'm hoping he comes in as DLC later down the line. Maybe that could be another video after all the DLCs are done. But that's another video, guys. I want to thank you all for watching as usual. It means the world to me. Also, if you want to hit me up, please hit me up in my comments section. Let me know what Fire Emblem was the first Fire Emblem you ever played, or what was your experience with Marth if you played Shadow Dragon. And, you know, who are your favorite lords? Like, who are your top favorite lords that you've ever played with? Because I could definitely tell you mine, but I would like to hear from you guys what your opinions are. And, you know, maybe what was also your favorite Fire Emblem games. You know, stuff like that. But I'm rambling, I apologize, and I do like to hear from you guys. Also, click that like button if you like what I'm doing, if you like the video. Hit that subscribe button if you're new here. If you don't want to, hey, no problem, don't feel obligated. But yeah, if you don't want to hit me up on my comment section, please hit me up on my Twitter. I'm always there. I want to hear back from you guys. And yeah, share the videos around too, because that helps out a lot. But I'm enjoying being back, guys. It's great not being sick anymore. And I can't wait to do more Fire Emblem Heroes, my bad, Fire Emblem Warrior gameplays. And I hope you guys are looking forward to it as well. And also look forward to the Dynasty Warriors video if it hasn't gone up already. If it has gone up already, please let me know what you thought of it. But yeah, I'm rambling. I apologize, guys. Time to wrap this video up. I want you all to have a great day. And remember, let's rock!